does she have to say? What are her points? How am I going to rank her for what she's saying? Whereas the students would like to be entertained for a few minutes during a day of otherwise really, really unentertaining performances. Today, I recognize that there are several adults and even more children in this room. Tonight, I address the adults foremost and the children if only for their thought processes in the future. Tonight, I've drawn The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody to discuss with all of you. Now, most of you would find, well, this is a Disney TV show. She's, of course, going to give a lighthearted, peppy speech about, oh, how we can play with puppies and people who are blonde are so much fun and things to that nature. Instead, I would like to give you all a speech on why The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody is an inappropriate television show for our children to be watching. Now, my three contentions for tonight on why it is an inappropriate TV show are it teaches children promiscuity, materialism, and the improper definition of what is cool. Now, on my first point, being it teaches promiscuity. Now, of the few times I have, in fact, watched The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, sometimes I don't have things to do on Friday nights. Well, one of the episodes I saw, the boys happened to be split up for the summer. One of them went to science camp and the other stayed at the Tipton Hotel. Now, the one who stayed at science camp actually had a great time while he was there, but his twin, thinking he was using some sort of ESP nonsense, thought that he was telepathically connected to his twin and that his twin wasn't enjoying science camp. On the contrary, his twin was in fact loving his science camp, but oh no, not for learning theories of relativity or Avogadro's number or anything that we learn day-to-day in chemistry, but because there was a girl there that he happened to have a crush on. Here is this boy at science camp, something his mother, who was a lounge singer at this hotel that they lived at, so clearly did not have a lot of money and really probably strained to send him to the science camp. Here she is paying all of this money for him to go, and yet he's wasting his time focusing on a girl. Now, I feel that that teaches our children promiscuity because it tells them that ignoring their studies for a member of the opposite sex or a member of the same sex, if that happens to be your persuasion, is more important than learning. And personally, well, I wouldn't exactly be on speech team if I didn't enjoy learning even when I wasn't in school. So, for my second reason, that is materialism. Of course, we all know who Ashley Tisdale is, if only for High School Musical. Here she is, playing this girl on The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, who happens to be best friends with the heiress of the hotel, London, who was clearly modeled after one Paris Hilton. Now, if that isn't materialism at its finest, I don't know what is. Here she is spending her father's money on ridiculous things like building a pool inside of her hotel room so she can hit on the cute lifeguard, refer to contention number 1. It's a waste of money and a waste of time. Here's this girl who has everything at her fingertips and could be using it to make a real impact in Boston where she lives, but instead she chooses to focus on herself and making herself look better. We all know that attractiveness does not come from the outside all the time, but quite often the inside. If children are being taught that what they look like from the outside and what they focus on that is not for bettering themselves on the inside is more important, then what kind of whole people are they really going to be? Therefore, The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody teaches materialism, which is just simply a virtue that our children do not need to learn. Now, on my third point, being the improper definition of what is cool. Referring back to Ashley Tisdale's character, as well as Brenda Song's character, London, these girls often make stupid remarks just at the expense of a laugh. Now, personally, I'm very well known for saying some off-color things that may make people question my intelligence, but I don't do it to be cool. Often it's sheer confusion. Manana, anyone? But anyway, they're being taught that in saying these stupid things, they're cooler for it, and people will like them better because they don't intimidate others with their intelligence. Yes, oftentimes being smart can put people off of it, but in the end, you're just being a better person for showing your true self. If you're lying to others about what kind of a person you are, well, you're not going to be a very happy person now, are you? Yes, I know I've probably put kind of a damper on the start of the evening by revealing this children's television show for the dang dark thing it is. You wouldn't guess I was the child of the original director of Barney with speeches like this. But regardless, I feel this is something our children really need to know. If our children are taught to watch things that will better help themselves, even if it is something like Sesame Street or maybe a history documentary with their parents, well, they'll learn better things. In fact, don't even let your children watch TV shows like this. Take them out with you. Have them come with you on a daily basis. Show them the virtues that you feel are important. Don't leave them to learn them from these blonde twins and their lounge singing mother. Learn them from their parents. Thank you.